Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Welcome to episode 57 of the LegacyKnitz podcast. My name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I am the daughter.
I'm the mother grandmother.
And I'm coming to you from Burlington, Vermont.
Vernon, Connecticut.
And that's our spiel. We haven't been here for a little while now, but I've kind of tried to supplement our absences with my new Sunday shorties. And people seem to be really liking it. So hopefully this is good. We can kind of do a once a month or two times a month where we do a full-on podcast. But
that's what it feels like, so natural, like to do, just because I mean, it's been like crazy over here, but it's all good and it's slowing down. So I think like I'm hoping twice a month to do it as you and I, and then your Sunday shorties I love because I get to see you every Sunday for an hour. Even though quite often we FaceTime on the weekend, but it's still really fun.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. A lot of people are saying that they like them. So I'm going to keep them up until, the baby comes and then we'll go from there.
That's the thing. I think too, when you don't have to combine two people's schedules, like you can do it at your leisure and not have to plan, that's the hardest piece. Like I know a lot of people are like, oh, I wish I had someone to podcast with. It's hard to combine. And I can see that when there are two people, like it's hard to find time to both be together and we're ever together on here. Maybe no promises over Thanksgiving.
I would consider that too, because we have a long time.
We do, but like you said yesterday, it's going to get, like all of a sudden, well, you'll be home for a week. Well, you'll be home, and it's hard.
Yeah, we're already booking up, but that's okay. We'll
figure it out. If we can, we will.
Yeah, if we can, we will. So that could be really fun. So yeah, this is episode 57. It felt like for a while we were like trucking along and it was like an episode a week, and now it's like
we can't get out of the 50s for our life. It'll be February 60.
Yeah, we nailed it.
But this is so great because we are coming to you in the morning, which is amazing for both of us. I feel like our energy will be a little higher and it feels so good.
Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, I was lucky enough. Work gave me the day off, and it was just like a bonus thing that we got for meeting goals. So, and it just so happened to fall at the end of the baby shower weekend, so it worked out beautifully. So here we are.
I know. And it was so nice for you to be able to get back early yesterday. So today you did a lot of your baby stuff yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it worked out beautifully. So I have already inserted a whole bunch of baby shower footage at the beginning and pictures. So hopefully you guys got kind of a sneak peek into the beautiful day that we were able to have yesterday. I should have said today is Monday, November 6th.
I was going to say 5th.
5th was yesterday.
Okay.
Yes. So hopefully you got a sneak peek and you enjoyed seeing some of that. I'll probably insert some pictures as we talk about it too. Just some of like the really cute, like the hand knit socks that you made. And oh my gosh.
I loved doing your bridal shower. It's so funny because I know tradition isn't your mother does these things, but no one else gets to do it but me. I'm sorry.
Any other way.
Yeah. It's like, I'm sorry, but like I'm in charge of that because I love doing it. And your wedding shower was so much fun, like to decorate, much more stressful because you lived here and I wanted it to be more of a like, I remember I didn't let you come upstairs. You had to leave and enter through the basement and go to the bathroom blindfolded at night. And that was really hard because I wanted it to be like you just walked in and we made it almost to the end. But yeah, your wedding shower was amazing and so much fun. But baby shower is a whole different vibe.
Mm-hmm. And it was, and it had that magical effect when I walked in. I was like, do you mind if I walk around and look? It's so beautiful.
I know. It was so fun when you got home on Friday to say, no, look around. Like I knew you would, I didn't care at that point. But yeah, it was so fun. And how lucky are we both to have such amazing people in our lives?
Mm-hmm. It was so overwhelming. When you said there was probably, I would say let's round up and say 45.
I would say 45 people.
Yeah, around 45 people. And when you said that number, I was like, there's no way. Like, I don't know that many people. And then the house filled up, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Amazing. And it's so cool because we had Justin's family, probably almost everyone was able to make it. And his family's amazing. They're so much fun because they're so social. Like they immediately, and it's not just like they go to everyone. And, you know, I've now been able to be with his family 3 or 4 times with showers, weddings, rehearsal dinners. And they're just lovely, lovely people and so much fun. And so to have his whole side, and then our side is relatively small. But then I have my handful of friends that have known you since you were a baby. And then a few that have just known you as an adult who love you like they've known you your whole life.
Yeah.
And just to be in that is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, all of your friends I consider family anyway. Like I don't consider them friends. It's so weird when people like ask me who they are. It's like, well, the description of them so doesn't match who they are in my life. Like they're very to me.
No, exactly, exactly. And it's just amazing. We are very, very lucky people.
We are.
Very lucky people.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. It really, like, I kept texting people all day yesterday, like, oh my gosh, thank you for coming and being part of it. And
Yeah, it was great. And yeah, it was amazing.
it was amazing.
And so the theme was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which you'll be able to see in some of the video footage. Like the napkins all had like this beautiful inscription, which matched the invitations, and it was this like dusty pink and gold colored theme.
Well, it's so funny because when I was looking for invitations, I was really struggling because I used Zazzle, I think was the website. Aunt Nancy had found it for Ashley's shower. And I was so overwhelmed because there's a million to choose from. And all of a sudden, this Twinkle Twinkle Little Star just popped out. And it's so old school. And I just fell in love with the theme. And then I kept finding things around it. Like Hobby Lobby had that board that was on the mantle, which I forgot. Like you absolutely can take if you want it. But it was just the whole... It was, again, it just like appeared and clicked. And I was really like, oh, I don't know what the theme should be. Like, not that I needed like a heavy theme, but you wanted something to tie it all together. And to me, the old school piece of it, but how stupid am I? I didn't even buy the book Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
I didn't know there was a book Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
I'm pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure there is. I will put that on my to-do list. Wouldn't that have been perfect?
It's all right. I wouldn't have even known. I didn't even know anyways.
Yeah, but it was really fun. I love, especially with a baby, the nostalgia of that's such a traditional like fairy tale or nursery rhyme. And it was so weird how it all came together. Again, no intent. It just happened.
Well, and that's how the best things do come together, where it's just like it falls into place.
And then my intent was to have stuffies all over the house. I think there was 4 or 5.
They were amazing.
I did love them, and I knew there was a point of, you know what, don't just stop. It won't even have the impact you're thinking. Like just do the few, and I love the few that we did. I did.
Oh, they're beautiful. And I put that videos in there too, so you guys will have seen that. There is a turtle and one of the what are those bunnies called with the big...
Yeah, well, they were all no knit Sherlock, Susan Claudino designs, except the octopus is Susan B. Anderson. But both of those designers, when it comes to those would be my 2 choices for making toys. Because they're great patterns, and most of them, I think the turtle was done in pieces. It might have been one of her older ones, but I could be wrong. But like the elephant, that bugle elephant is the fastest, cutest knit, and it looks so intricate, and it is not. Like you just keep like
picking
it's
up.
amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then the bunny was one of her I feel like I've made that bunny years ago. It's the floppy
Are they called like bonbon
bonbon.
bunnies or something?
Yep.
Bonbon?
Yep.
Okay.
Amazing. And I used, I can't remember. I didn't use all our hand dyed. That was the It's a Girl colorway though. I did that
Yeah, the bonbon was.
intentionally. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So fun.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, the stuffies were great. The snacks were great. The food, the cake was amazing.
Amazing. I wish you took more.
Well, we'll grab some more when we come
It'll
home.
be gone.
That's fine. That's good. That's
Yeah.
even better, honestly.
I
I loved it so
Oh my God,
much.
it was adorable. Did you take a picture of it? Oh,
Yes, it was in the beginning, and I'll even post. I'm going to post some on Instagram too. So for anybody that doesn't watch this, they'll get a
yeah.
nice little slide.
Because it was beautiful. And that was she would be your sister-in-law made it? Yeah. I
Yep.
lose track of all the connections, but yeah, it was adorable and delicious. And that makes a difference because you can make an adorable cake that doesn't taste good. It was delicious. And I love how you took the topper.
Mhm.
I feel like you should freeze it and have it for her first birthday.
That'd be so. Oh my god. Yeah, it's so good. And it was a lemon cake. I think there was cream cheese frosting. It was so good. And so Justin's mom was in charge of the cake, so she enlisted the help of my sister-in-law, Bella. And she Bella's also like a crocheter. I think she might knit a little bit, but I think she mostly crochets. But so she like knew to incorporate, like there was the beautiful little elephant and then there were like yarn balls all over it. It was just like so thoughtful and perfect. And like when she walked in the house with that cake, I was blown away.
I agree. I was too. And it was such a help because I'm not good. If Nicole had lived in town, I would have enlisted her because she's a baker too. But it was so nice to hand that off and say, oh, it'd be great if you could do that. We had so much
Yeah.
help. So it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, overall, we won't harp on it too much, but I know a lot of people really were curious about it, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of it. And
A lot of people were like, post pictures, and I'm so bad at doing that.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. I'll post it on both accounts.
Well, plus you did such a good job with your new camera going around and taking pictures. So that'll be super fun if you include it. It's perfect.
Yeah. 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 So and for anybody that wants to follow along with baby stuff, I don't post a ton of baby stuff on my Instagram, my knitting Instagram, but I do have another one, and I'll put the handle here. You can go over and follow me there. That's where I post like my pregnancy updates and like fun stuff like the shower and all of that cool stuff. So if you're more interested in that, you're more than welcome to come and follow me there too.
Well, and it's nice to separate them so that if people are like, it can be overwhelming if you really like, I'm following her to knit, although most people are so interested too. So it's nice to have that.
Definitely. But so
yeah,
either way.
So having said that, now that the shower's over and Needles Up is over, which we do have to do a huge thank you to that too. I have so much space in my brain right now. It's bursting.
It's so good. You must feel like rejuvenated.
I do. And both things were amazing and fun and such hard work that I loved doing. But I think yesterday was the first day in probably 3 months where I didn't have a list. Like wake up in the morning and think, oh, not that I worked solid for that much time because I took a lot of days off just to regroup, but the list was still in there. Exactly. And now it's all about dyeing and onto new things and
even knitting, to get time to, like, you've been loving knitting on your cozy memory blanket, like just that is such a luxury. And like you said, to not have that weight in your brain.
Oh, it's so hard. And yesterday, all I wanted to do was like get up and start dyeing and like move on. Like I'm kind of like that when I finish something. Like I'm already in Thanksgiving Christmas gear, which I enjoy. Like I'm not saying that as a negative thing. I enjoy it. But I'm trying. I had to physically stop myself quite a few times because I'm trying not to work on Sundays anymore. Like, because it does become overwhelming when you let it take over your entire life, and you have to have allotted times. And for me, Sunday is a day of rest. And I do really believe that. And it's funny because I hated when they gave up the blue laws, which I know you probably don't even know what they are. But
I heard of them.
yeah, like
Yes.
where stores weren't open on Sundays. And I very rarely go to a store on a Sunday because I loved that you couldn't go out. The only store I usually go to is a grocery store, which I'm pretty sure they were always open, but maybe not. But I'm trying to get back to that just for personal recuperation and just rejuvenation.
And it'll help. It does like that. It's so important to give your brain a rest. Like, because I can definitely fall into that same rhythm where it's like, well, but I can't just sit here the whole day and not be productive in any way. But it's like, but but then when you do it, the other 6 days are so much more productive.
Yes, yes. And even knitting on, like I was like, I should knit on this, I should knit on that. It's like, no, I'm going to knit on what I want to knit on. Although it was a struggle because there's a lot I want to knit on. But what I knit on my Cozy Memories, which we'll show and talk about, that to me isn't even knitting. That's just meditation. That sounded so zen, and I'm so not zen.
But it's true. It's
yeah, true. But it really felt like mindless and could still be engaged around me without. I have so much brain space right now. I could be on fire.
It's so good. So should we talk about what was eating up all of that brain space and that knitting power for the last 7 months? Should we show some good things?
Yes.
Let's do that because I don't want to get too far away from the baby shower talk before we bring that up because I want to show everything.
I know, but first of all, because I'm so afraid we are going to leave without talking about this, is because we're not going to do a Rhinebeck recap because honestly, we didn't do a lot of shopping and it's the channels have been flooded with it and we kind of knew we wouldn't, but we must do a huge across the board thank you for everyone that came to Needles Up and supported us and have continued to talk about it and given it so much energy. And I can't believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you. It was more than we could have ever anticipated in the best possible
way. And the people that came out and supported us, the people that came to shop, the people that helped us, who came to us saying, what can I do to help you? Holy cow, I'm overwhelmed. And it was huge. It was every single person that helped us, we couldn't have gone without. And I can't even list because I'm petrified of forgetting someone. And I feel like we have personally thanked everyone on the side, and you all know who you are.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you doesn't even, I said this on my last Sunday Shorty, thank you isn't even like an appropriate, it's not enough. Like I wish there was another word or another phrase that we could say to really communicate how grateful we are for everybody, like helping and attending, because the people that attended it made it so special. Nobody was ruthless. Everybody was just there to like enjoy people's company and just spread love. And it was just one of those environments where you felt so safe and so like it felt like you were among family for the most part.
It felt like everyone had our back as far as if something went astray or, it just felt like if it did, we were going to be fine with it. Everyone there really it felt like everyone there wanted us to be successful, which is an amazing feeling. And our vendors were the very best, the very best. They brought so much to the table. They made it easy for us to put the event on because they were so low maintenance. We didn't have to do anything. They were professionals. They came in, they did their thing. There aren't enough words.
Yeah, it was amazing. The whole package. It was just, we couldn't, like I said, couldn't have asked for anything more.
No. And then the people that brought you gifts, holy cow.
I know. Oh my, and I wish I had hours and hours to show, but I don't. But so Yes, you are 100% right. So many people came up to me and had these beautiful hand knits for a little girl that they were gifting. And it was overwhelming. And they were also beautiful. And we already have them in their own special little drawer. It's amazing. So yes, thank you. Thank you to everybody that showed up with a gift for the little baby. It was so
I
sweet. It
know.
was so,
I think Dad and Justin were kind of blown away by the whole thing, like, because they've never been in this environment at
yeah.
all. And thank God for them, because we would still be there crying on the floor.
Oh my gosh, I really thought that I was going to be able to like keep trucking and just like start breaking things down. The minute those doors closed, I think I was sitting on the ground
Me
cross-legged,
too.
just like staring at people.
Me
Just
too.
like, how is,
And I
yeah,
remember looking at Justin and saying, I know I should be helping, but and he was like, Sue, just sit. You've been working
yeah.
all day. And those two wrapped it up for us as we sit and stared in space. And we honestly could. There's a chance we would still be laying on the floor crying if with everything set up.
As conferences are going on around us.
We'll leave soon. We'll leave soon.
We've tried getting them out for like a week. They won't leave.
They just keep crying. Oh my gosh. So yeah, not enough thank yous
Yeah.
in the world. We are beyond excited to say that we are going to have a Needles Up at Maryland Sheep and Wool the Friday night before, which we are so excited about. And our vendors are coming with us, the same ones who were amazing. And we will have all new yarns at that venue. And
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing. And I know we also already secured our spot for
Next
Rhinebeck
year.
2000. Wow.
Same place. I would say same time, same place, but I think we are going to extend our hours earlier in the day to go to the same time so that we can accommodate people in the same manner where it doesn't feel like crushed. And I know for a fact our line control couple is on board with us, and people enjoyed them so much. So that makes me so happy.
Connie and Daniel, they are rock stars.
I
Rock
knew.
stars.
I knew when I think Connie said several times, Sue, I'm here. What can I do? How can I help? And it came to me like door, you and
Yeah.
Daniel, and they did it like they were pros. At one point, I went up to Connie and said, I think maybe we could let a few more in because it felt like there was plenty of room. And she said, okay. And then at another point, and she was like, Sue, I've got it. And I was like, darn it, I know you've got it. Back off,
She,
Sue.
she did.
And I knew that. And I hate when I have a job and someone tells me how to do it. And it really was like, okay, Sue, just back off. Connie's got this.
And honestly, like, I know after like talking to people at Rhinebeck the next day that crowd control was one of the biggest things that people were appreciative for. So really, like, we owe a lot of our success to
Connie
Connie. Like, thank you. She is the unsung hero of Needles Up.
is. She really, really, truly is. And I had made in the gifts, I had made some chocolate covered peanuts for our volunteers who had helped or anyone that had helped. And she was like, Sue, I hoarded them. I didn't even let Daniel have one. I was like, if you come next year, I will make you each a pound. And she's like, okay. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make them each 5 pounds.
I think you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
I think you should.
Yeah. So anyways,
But
don't want to beat a dead horse, but thank you, thank you, thank you. It was amazing. Thank you for understanding and patience to the people that came. And
yeah.
like you said, that isn't even sufficient. But
Yeah.
no, you are all appreciated and amazing
Yeah.
people. Every single one of
Yeah.
you.
Every single one. So yeah. That was another, I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't want to forget about
Yeah,
that either.
because it has been a while, I feel like, oh my gosh, what if we finished and never put that in there? And oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So let's talk about some secret knits that you've been working on that now are no longer a
No longer
secret.
a secret. There is like a giant elephant in the room right now.
No. And I post pictures of all of these too on my Instagram account so people can actually get a really good like look at them. Um, but I would say, okay, the one that I was literally, my jaw hit the ground.
It really did.
Like, I still actually can't believe that I'm wearing this sweater right now. And okay, so I'll put on the hat now because we're talking about it. It was just too warm before. But so I opened up this beautiful box, and this was one of those sweaters. Here, let me get the baby one out. Hang on.
Because you knew about this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Like I knew because I had asked mom like right when I told her that we were pregnant, she was like, I need to knit a baby sweater, and I was like, oh my goodness, I actually have had my eye on this pattern. If you wanted to knit that, that would be amazing. So I knew she was knitting me the antler sweater for our little girl, which can you even stand how cute this is?
Well, and I knit that the weekend you told, like, remember we went to the Tom Petty concert, then we went up to see you guys for the ride. You picked out the yarn and I knit it that weekend.
Yep. Yep. In like the weekend that we told them. So yeah, so I already knew she was knitting it. So there was, okay, so this is the sweater, which is beautiful, and it's knit in Malabrigo Rios in the Pearl colorway.
I am going to buy, I have to make myself one, sorry.
So it's beautiful, and I'll show you the back.
I love that. Not only do I love the sweater, I love the knit. It flies, especially the baby version. It flies off your needles.
Well, and it's a TinCanKnits pattern, we should say. So that makes perfect sense because their patterns to me are always just so like, they're a sure thing. You cast on something by TinCanKnits, you have nothing to worry about. Like they are prolific at pattern writing. Are.
And worsted weight. Holy cow, you can't do better than that. I just couldn't stand the buttons on that. I know. Look at that. Look at those buttons. And I love buttons on a hat. I didn't put them on yours because I thought, it's more of a little girl thing.
I think it's perfect. It's perfect. So yeah, I saw this was on the very top and I saw the buttons and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. And then I saw that there was something underneath and I was like, oh, I wonder if she made like a blanket or something. And then I saw another antler yoke and I was like, maybe she made her like a jumper, like a dress. And then it struck me, oh my God, mom made me a matching set. I think I asked you 3 or 4 times, are you this is really for me?
You did. You were like blown away. It's so funny because I thought you would see it and be like, oh yeah, you like couldn't figure it out.
I had no idea because I couldn't even imagine that you'd have enough time or like would even think like I would never even think like, oh, I'll make a matching adult set.
We joked about it though. I think you kind of joked about it like, oh my God, how fun would it be?
Probably did. But I don't even remember that.
It was so fun to do.
So and I will
knit it once you get the yoke, and the yoke is mindless, but she also does such a great job with the decreasing on the cable, like explaining it. It's a fantastic knit. And let's talk about my magical powers because I have them.
I don't know how you did it. So you picked out the perfect size. It fits me beautifully.
Like a glove.
And I'm going to post a picture too. I'm going to have probably Justin take a picture of me with our new camera and I'll insert it here so you can get kind of like a full body shot of how good it fits me.
It's magical powers. I have nothing to do with it. I have nothing. Every time it happens, this happened with your wedding sweater where I get really nervous like, oh, I don't know if it's going to fit. And you put it on and it looks like I literally knit it to your body.
Like I was wearing it the whole time.
I'm magical. I can't help it.
So magical. I know, like literally I struggle because I can't knit a sweater for myself to save my life.
I can't for myself. I do not do a good job with myself.
Yeah. So I feel like we should just be knitting sweaters for each other.
That's a good idea. It is weird because first of all, I thought, oh, it feels big. Like it looked big because I always make you smalls and I made the medium, but you also like a bigger sweater. You really do.
You
And I didn't block it, and it's super wash, so it would block out bigger. But right now, it fits you like a glove.
It fits me like a glove. I know that, and that's kind of like a reassuring thing. Like if I decide like, "Ooh, I want it to be a little bit bigger," I can soak it and block it, and I know
Right.
it will grow.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this was probably the biggest surprise for me. And I still actually can't believe it. And I love it so
I know,
much.
because even after everyone left, you were like, "You knit me a sweater?" Which I've knit you a million sweaters. Like you are the
I know.
probably own the most sweaters that I've ever knit.
And I wear them all the time.
It's hysterical.
I love them. They're all so perfect. So, and yeah, this was just, it blew me away. Suffice it to say. Yeah. So we were joking, but not really joking, that we're going to, like, I'm going to match the baby when we're leaving the
Yeah.
hospital. This is what I'm going to wear when we're going home, and this is what she is going to wear when we're going home.
I hope it is a small size. I can't remember. I do think I'm going to get more yarn and make her a bigger size so you can be twins as she gets older. She's going to be like, "Grandma, stop making me this sweater." At 16, "Would you please stop making me this sweater? Mom says holes in it."
Mom keeps making me wear it to school.
I can see that happening. She'll be like, "Grandma, really? Stop." Oh my goodness.
So that was a really big one, obviously.
Obviously.
Let me see. And then we have this guy here, which you'll have to talk about the pattern because I don't know.
It's the gift wrap sweater. I don't remember her name, but it's the gift wrap sweater. I was told by Maureen, who is a good friend of mine, who knits for her grandchildren all the time. Oh my God, that is so pretty. Again, buttons. Buttons are everything. And JoAnne Fabrics has the best buttons. So anyway, she said that this is her girl's favorite for a baby. Because of the gift wrap style, it fits them really well. It has an open neck. So, and I made that, I think, before you knew that you were having a little girl, and it's the Bae Z colorway.
Yes. And this, did you dye the turquoise too,
Yeah,
to match?
just to match it.
Yep. So it's Legacy Fiber Arts yarn in our Bae Z colorway, like I said. We do, I don't know if we have any in the shop right now, but it is a repeatable colorway.
I definitely will do more. Right now, I just put the last one in the mail. I'm pretty sure they're all gone. Possibly a DK, but I don't think so. And that is DK weight. And I love knitting in DK weight for babies.
It's so beautiful. It's so special too because it's like hand dyed yarn, hand knit sweater by grandma.
Kind of fun. I need to get the tags.
You do.
We need to get tags, and we need to tag them. I know the Knitmore girls, oh gosh. Oh, her name is escaping me. That's terrible. Gigi and Jasmine of the Knitmore girls. And they're an audio podcast that I've always enjoyed. And I love that I have a few in my queue that I haven't listened to in a while. I always listen to them in the car, not doing errands, and I can never wait to get home to start knitting. But she is so good. She knits for her kids. You should listen to that podcast, because you would be inspired to knit for the baby. Not that you're not, but she has knit for her little girl and little boy always, and she labels them with the size and then she puts them away. Yeah, really smart. I'm going to listen to her and figure out where she gets her labels from. And someone I'm sure will tell me, because it's brilliant, and she knits like it's her job for these, especially her daughter, who is stunning. She is the most beautiful little girl, and she has a gorgeous little boy. But she's a brilliant knitter. Like, her daughter loved Frozen, so she knit her this Frozen sweater, but she has, I forgot her little girl's name, which is really bad. And she tells her, "Mommy, I want this in there, this," and then she adjusts it to make it like, "Oh, I want snowflakes all over the neck." She's brilliant. She's a brilliant knitter, and her stuff is amazing. But she inspires me to knit for the baby.
I was going to say it because I am not at all. And I don't know why. It's not because I don't love her, because I love her dearly, but I still am such a selfish knitter. Does that make me like an awful person?
Not at all. You also have probably a giant box of hand knits right now. So it's hard to be inspired when you don't have direction. Like, and I kind of feel that way even for me, although I have picked out the next one and it's amazing.
Do I get to know, or is it going to be a surprise every time?
I can't decide. I might share it as dream knitting because it's really dreamy.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
Yeah, that's
that. Okay, so then the third sweater, again, I don't know the pattern, so you'll have to tell me, is what is it?
Frida. That's all I know. Sorry.
Frida? And do you know who it's by?
No, but I'm pretty sure it's on, you can Google it, Frida. And that yarn I dyed, I don't even know how I dyed it, but it has a stoned wash look to it.
Yes,
that I really, really liked.
It's beautiful. I did not even think it was your yarn. When I pulled this out, I was like, oh my gosh, what yarn is this?
And then finding buttons for that colorway was difficult, but I do love the brownie taupe with it.
Yeah.
I love buttons.
The owls are so stinking cute. I love it. So this is another one which oh, she's so lucky. And I've been doing so I did a bunch of laundry yesterday when we got home because I can't, I've just been in this mode where I want to wash it and fold it and have it and wash it and fold it.
So good. You're going to be so glad when you're tired at the end and you are ready to go.
That's kind of what I figured. I was like, you know what? I have the energy right now. I am so excited about it. So just do it. But I can already picture she has a little pair of leggings that are going to look so cute with it.
I know. I almost bought for that, and then I didn't, a little pair of overalls because you know how much we love. And again, okay, so next year at Rhinebeck, the three of us will be wearing overalls. If she goes, who knows if she'll go? But if she goes, we will all have our overalls on, and maybe antler sweaters to match. That's over the top. No, that will not happen.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, is all I'm saying.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, those are the beautiful baby knits and adult knits that Mom, and plus the stuffies. I should have those out here too, and I don't. But I'll post a picture.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my gosh, because those are so cute. And then also, I'll post a picture as well. Mom made me 4 or 5 pairs of hand knit socks for her, which I was telling Mom, I have been that's kind of been a little bug in the back of my brain. Chelsea, you should be knitting her hand knit socks. She's going to be born in January. They're so fast. Just knit them. Just do it. And I haven't. So when I walked in and I saw that basket of hand knit socks, I was like, oh my God, thank you.
I know. And I did those last week. It was so funny. I was talking about my Periscope people. This is a repeat for them because I show them everything because I know you don't watch it. So never watch it just in case. But, so I was a week before the show, I was yeah, I decided I need to knit 7 pair of baby socks. And I think it was Denise or Joanna said, everybody quick, make baby socks for Sue. It was so cute. Probably if I had started earlier, you would have had 20 because people would have been shipping them to you. But I stopped at 5, I think. I was really good to myself near the end. I was this is crazy. One more doesn't matter. I love the thought of having a bunch because she's a winter baby.
Well, and 5 is perfect too because really, those aren't going to get dirty. She's not walking around on them.
Plus you got a million pair of baby socks.
Yes, I have so many. And I realized when I was washing baby clothes yesterday that baby socks get stuck because they're so small in the door of our washer and dryer. So I have to find a garment bag to wash them in because they're too small.
That is a good idea because you can even wash the ones I made in a garment bag.
Yeah, I feel I just need to order one on Amazon. I might do that today. Order one on Amazon because it was so difficult. I had to pull them out of the door and then they were soaking wet. So I had to lay them in front of the heater to dry.
Oh, you could have spun them in the dryer
Oh, I'll have to think of that.
That little hand spinner is going to come in handy for you.
Definitely. Well, especially for all the baby knits.
It's going to be really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes, those are the Sue's top secret knits that have been
I
going on in the back.
actually have been knitting like crazy, and I love now that I can just knit and show. Like, it's just easy now.
Yeah, you don't have to have anything like squirreled away in the corner.
No.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Yeah. So should we talk knitting now that we're 40 minutes?
We can cut. I'm sure we'll be able to cut some of that out.
Oh yeah,
I'm
we
sure we'll
definitely
be
can.
able to. Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk some regularly scheduled knitting progress.
It's heavenly to just be knitting on anything. Although
Mm-hmm.
I keep thinking I should go into Christmas knitting mode, which isn't a ton, but there are a bunch of hats I would like to make. That's kind of on my to-do list and I will also really enjoy making them.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to them actually.
And that's for gift knit. See, you're so good. I'm like, the only person I knit for is you, and I feel like it'll be Mother's Day.
And I love that. I love that.
We'll see though, because we were talking earlier, or maybe even over the weekend. We're like, I'm loving knitting still, like I'm not falling out of love with it, but I have too many knits, and I don't have enough days or hours in the day to wear them all. So I feel like gift knitting is the next logical thing.
Yeah, as long as you enjoy it. As long as you enjoy it, I think. I used to love it. Now our gift giving has changed so much that like I will love knitting for the kids. Like I've done that. But it's and you know what? These kids have so much. They like to buy them a toy
Right.
is ridiculous at this point. So, it says 11 o'clock. That was two.
It's 10.
That was two cuckoos for 11 o'clock. I won't change that. I will wait till the time changes again and it goes back. So I'm always an hour ahead.
How is it only two cuckoos for
I
11 o'clock?
I think I knew we had things to talk about. We don't have time for 11.
That is okay. That is okay.
That. So yeah, I know I'm going to do a little gift knitting, but I'm really stuck on just knitting what I'm enjoying right now. And I have a lot going.
Good. I think you've earned it, more than earned it.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. So what are you working on right now?
Well, I just started a row, so you're going to have to talk first.
I'll talk about what I'm working on right now, which is a million things, but literally like sitting here knitting. I should have brought in my sock blocker.
That's okay. They're still, oh my God.
So these, yes, they're Halloween socks, and no, they're not going to match. And I'm so excited about this because I have these two, right? I don't want them to match. So, of course, then I'll have two pairs of socks. So you get a pair and I get a pair. So, and there's going to be enough for baby.
A baby
so
pair.
Next Halloween, we will all have matching socks.
Poor tortured soul.
She is going to be like really so quickly like disgusted with this whole thing.
You know what?
Care.
We're going to make
it doesn't matter. But so this is Haverland yarn. I am loving it. I talked about it on Periscope this morning. And we've talked about it. Like, it's kind of annoying. Like, I have one pair of Darn Tough socks. Is that what you call them? Darn Tough socks, which you guys live in. And I've always fought it because I'm like, no, I wear hand knit socks. Well, I have fallen in love with these socks. In love. And the reason I love them is they're tight. And I thought my hand knits get stretched out so fast that they feel big on my feet. So I still do 64 stitches. I use 1.5 down to the heel turn. And then the rest I'm doing size 1s. You tried them on and you thought they fit really well. I haven't tried it on yet because I'm not sure if this is your pair or my pair and I don't want to stretch them out. So if they're your pair, because my feet are probably a little bigger, not a ton. But so 64 stitches, 1.5, US 1.5, drop the heel, turn the heel, and then pick up with the size 1s. And yes, I'm working on double points. And yes, I am obsessed.
And what kind What kind of double
I'm
points are
using the
those?
carbons, and which are Knitter's Pride. I love them. I love them. And this was my original way of knitting on socks. Honestly, I think it's the fastest way to work on socks. I'm probably going to change and start doing these. And I don't get ladders. I don't know what I do different. I don't do any special tricks that I know people have. I just don't tend to get ladders. I think I just pull it tighter at that joint. I may go get for our vacation a bunch of double points so I can bring a bunch of socks. I love.
I think that's genius. You know what double points that I am dying to try that I think Molly uses all the time from a homespun house? Knit Pro Zings.
Yes, they're very similar. I don't think they'll be a lot different. I really think, I think they're similar. I want to buy myself a beautiful set of double point, which I don't. No, I do want a whole set. So it's like I only use small ones, but no, I want a whole set. I'm going to buy them.
Yeah, I think that's. Do you know what kind? Are you going to do the carbons?
I love the carbons for double points. I do not like them for circulars because the join is not smooth enough for me. On the small ones, on the larger ones, I do believe the join is good, but they are not inexpensive needles. So I'm not willing to pay the price when I can get Hayas that I love for so much less.
You're talking
for circular.
Right?
For double points, they are probably my needle of choice. So I could not be happier knitting on these. I have discovered I hate knitting on black yarn, as I just lost that stitch. I hate these black stripes. They are impossible today. Of course, I am also working on a black needle, so that's not helping. But black yarn is hideous to knit with.
So, yeah, our friend Steve knit a black hat for one of his coworkers before he left for the West Coast, and there was, I think, maybe 1 or 2 times where he had dropped a stitch, so I needed to help him. It was hideous, and now I have 2 black skeins of arbor that I was planning on knitting myself a textured hat with, and I'm like, not going.
I think what I would suggest is either use Haya sharps or marbles, something where you can really, really see it.
That's a good idea
because it makes me crazy. And if you drop a stitch, look at how beautiful these are, you guys. They're beautiful. She's a fantastic self-striper. Fantastic. Look at these. They're beautiful.
I know. I've actually been lusting over her Instagram feed lately. I definitely need to get a couple of her skeins balls.
I don't know how she can afford the time it takes to do this and sell it, but I love it and I appreciate it, and I want any self-striper to do this. It's fantastic. Yes.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I needed to take a pee break really quick.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so loving this knit.
They're gorgeous and very fun.
Are you to the end of your row yet?
No, my rows are about 4 stitches at this point. So I
can help.
And you have more to show than I do anyway.
I have lots to show. So I put, oh my God. Oh no, I thought I put it down mid-row. I did. Mid-row. No idea what row I'm on. I hope I've marked this. Oh, I have it. I do. So I'm making the void shawl with shelter.
Yep.
No idea what color.
And
I don't have it near me.
I can't.
But it's gorgeous. It's this olivey drab green. Tweedy. I love this.
Try holding it still. We're showing the back side.
Yeah, I just saw that.
There. Okay, now hold it still. There we go. Now we can get a good sense. Now you can keep going.
Isn't this gorgeous? Stopped mid-row. I think this might be my vacation plain knitting. I've got to pick it up again and remember the pattern and get the rhythm because it's a simple pattern.
That's perfect vacation knitting.
Yeah, and I want to have this. This is going to be my like. I am going to consider this a scarf,
Yeah.
like every day, because it's so woolly and tweedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. I'm going to leave it out because I'm going to work on it today.
Because that is like it's such a fast knit and the rows are nice and long. So like when you're just like sitting there.
I think I am going to bring it with me. That is so, I hope, I don't even know if I wound all the yarn. Why do I do this? I work on something steady. Like don't put it down because I'm going to finish it and then I put it down.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir. We are one and the same. I know. I don't.
It's so bad. I love this knit. And it's funny because everybody, this was probably hot like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone making it said, it's an easy knit, but you need to look at the pattern. And I thought, no, look at that. You wouldn't need, it's so intuitive. I only need to look at it for 1 second at the beginning of the row. 1 second. So it's not like.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's exactly. I knit one. I knit one about a year ago, and was exactly my experience too.
Well, and it's funny because when Nito was going out of business, I was like, oh, I have wanted to make this forever. Forever. I'm not good at ordering yarn. I can order it, but I'm lazy. I'm just lazy when it comes to that stuff. And they were having their huge sale. So is this Shelter?
Yep.
Shelter. And we went in while we were waiting for a dinner reservation. So that was ridiculous. Like we didn't have enough time. And then of course we wanted to chat with the ladies and you were so good. You came home and woke up the next morning and you had all these patterns. Like I'm going back to Nito. I'm getting this, this, and this. And I was like, oh my gosh, get me yarn for this and then hats.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I put all that yarn. I think it's in my yarn room.
I definitely saw it at one point this weekend. So it's.
Yeah. But I'm so happy I just pulled this out because I'm going to work on this.
You're going to be done too. Like you're the majority of the way through. Like you're.
I feel like I am. I feel like you needed. I really am. It's just the rows started getting really long.
That's exactly what I think that is like across the board. Anyone that's knit the Void shawl can totally relate to what you're going through right now because you hit this wall where it's like, oh, like truly like 600 stitches long.
Mm-hmm.
And they just keep growing. Like they never stop. They always just keep growing. So.
Yeah. And I think it was like my break between shower knitting. And then I realized, oh boy, Sue, put it down. You've got to get going. You have other things to do. I love it. I'm going to work on it today. I'm going to do so many things today.
That's amazing. I know. I feel like the same thing. I have this list of to-dos that I'm like, oh, day off. I'm going to get all of this done. And really, it's pouring rain out. It's 60 degrees and I just started knitting. So let's be honest. How much is really going to get done?
I know. It's okay. It's okay. You need to regroup.
I do.
Keep going.
What? Yeah, keep going.
I don't even know if I've shown this yet.
I don't think you have on this podcast.
My willow.
It's so gorgeous.
Or branches and buds. Branches and buds. Oh my gosh. This too could be plain knitting because it's round and around and around for 11 and a half inches. I'm going to bring my big bag that we got at Rhinebeck and fill it with all these projects and bring it on the plane.
I love that. I think that's a great idea. I used that bag today, this weekend when we traveled home for all of my knitting, and it was amazing.
I love it. Look at how gorgeous.
It looks gorgeous, and it looks like it's going to fit you perfectly.
I hope. I'm a little nervous. You know me. I made a huge size.
I think it's going to fit you exactly how you want it to. Is it? I'm assuming it's not superwash.
No, it's wool. It's Barrett wool.
Okay.
Susan B. Anderson's Barrett wool. I love this knit.
And so she designed it?
No.
Okay.
She just created kits using her wool.
Got you. So
okay, I can tell you who the designer is maybe.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Carrie, Bostick, Hoge, branches and buds.
Beautiful. And I know Little Bobbins has knit this. Oh my gosh, and hers is gorgeous. And
gorgeous, sandy. Sandy by the Lakeside wore hers to Rhinebeck, and that really inspired me. And she put the little buds on. You get this clothespin full of all the different colors, and originally I didn't think I was going to. Pretty sure I'm going to.
It looked gorgeous on her.
Because they're beautiful little colors, and
yeah,
I love this knit.
Yeah.
I loved the color work. I love color work. I know you don't. I love it.
I don't know why. It is just like not in me at all.
Well, Patricia of Knitography, who is our good friend Patricia in Norway. Oh my gosh. Don't need to say more than that. Her color work that she does the Scandinavian, I call it that. I don't know, but yeah, every sweater is that for her. Every sweater. And every time I see her knitting one, I become more and more inspired. And I have to start looking at what the patterns are that she's knitting because they're fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a beautiful knitter. Beautiful, beautiful.
Amazing knitter. Okay. So that's another project I have going.
How many more do you have? Do you know?
I have one more, and then I'm going to show my cozy memory of all the new.
Perfect. Okay. So I'll show you because I just got to the end of my row.
Perfect.
But I've been working on, it's pretty much the only thing I've been posting on Instagram about because it's all I've been knitting on because I'm obsessed with it. But it is the Road Trip Shawl by Quaker Gray, and I am knitting it out of Stress Knits yarn in her, I think it's called...
The texture on that shawl, I'm really into texture right now. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's what drew me to it. And actually, so of course, Molly's like one of my ultimate enablers, and I know she was knitting one and has knit them in the past. So I kind of looked at it when I just needed a pattern. I don't know what it was, but I knew I needed a shawl pattern on the needles. So I pulled it up and I looked at my stash and I found these 2 skeins of Stress Knits yarn and her squishy sock base, which is her MCN. So it's like so soft. It's so soft.
So pretty.
And so the pink down here is her Sweet Disposition colorway, and the green up here is her Bell Jar colorway. And I'm pretty sure...
Her favorite book.
What's that?
That's her favorite book. I've never read it, and it's her favorite all-time book, and I'm going to read it because of that.
Oh, I've never read it either. But now I feel like I should.
I know, I'm going to.
And I think she's gifted these skeins, one this year and one last year at Rhinebeck. And it happened after Rhinebeck that I needed this knit. So it was just so perfect after having seen her and like given her a big hug. I love her. Her and Doug are just like
the best.
Oh, I love them.
I came up behind her at Needles up to give her a big hug. She's just the cutest little thing. And he's the sweetest. They're both amazing.
Yeah. I know. I feel at one point we were taking a picture of them and I was like, you guys are just so cute.
They are. They just are. And I've loved Stacy forever.
Yeah. Well, not to mention she's incredibly talented.
Yes. Incredibly talented.
I wish I have a picture.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I have a picture that I took of this halo. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it.
We can definitely see it.
It's
like Halo City.
I cannot wait to have this wrapped around my neck. Like, it is so beautiful. And so the yarn is beautiful. The pattern, I've spoken about Quaker Gray's patterns before. It's Junk Yarn Designs is what I think she designs under, like in Ravelry. But her patterns, I've made her color field shawl before, and now this is the second one of her patterns that I'm knitting. They are perfectly written, like perfectly written. So if you're looking for another fail-safe pattern designer to go to, she's your girl. Yeah.
And the texture in that is just amazing.
I totally
agree. And I love it. Oh my gosh. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. I see the slip stitch pattern that kind of happens between the chunk of the pink and the chunk of the green.
Love it.
It's my favorite. And there's another section like this too that I'm getting to, which I'm so excited to do again. So
yeah, I saw Mina's Road to Rhinebeck shawl. Joanna made it. Same thing. The textures are gorgeous.
I want to knit one so bad.
I do too, I have to say, and I'm really not a shawl knitter right now. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, the void I'm knitting because I love it and it's worsted weight, but I would much rather be knitting sweaters right now.
Yeah, I
It's
definitely.
a phase.
What's that?
It's just a phase, but I'm so tempted by that one because of all the texture, and that one too because of all the texture.
And so this one's fingering weight. I don't know if I mentioned that, but this is a fingering weight shawl. The Road to Rhinebeck, I believe, is DK, so that's a little bit heavier as well.
Okay, so we're going to need to dye some yarn for that one.
I think so, because every time I see, and I have it in my favorites in my library, or in my favorites on Ravelry, and every time I see a picture, I'm just like, this needs to happen.
Mm-hmm. It just looks like such a intricate, yet I know because Mina does such intuitive patterns, so I don't think it just looks engaging. Like I just feel like, oh, I would want to knit that. And I know JoAnne loved knitting it, and it was gorgeous.
Yeah. It actually reminds me a lot of the shawl that you're wearing right now, where it's like, because everything is in sections, you know what I mean? So it's like, right when you get sick of doing one thing, you go on to the next.
This is, I really think the Exploration Station is one of my favorite knits that I've ever done. And it's a sin how long I let it sit.
I know.
But I am going to live in it because it's my colors. I love it.
It's beautiful. I really want to eventually, I've had this tucked in the back of my brain, make one of those out of Brooklyn Tweed Loft. Like have a really crunchy, like...
earthy crunchy. Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, that's my biggest project right now. I haven't put it down in a week. I cast it on... When did I cast it on? Maybe like a week ago. I think almost a week exactly. So
you're flying on it.
Yeah, I'm excited to finish it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is one of my favorite knits, and this is in a Fat Squirrel bag. Fat Squirrel Speaks, Amy Beth, one of my favorite humans. I knew I was going to love her. I knew I've loved her forever watching her podcast. I just love how just so down to earth, just so no nonsense, just down to earth and smart, and I love her. Sorry, Amy Beth. It's really not in a creepy way. But anyways, she was one of our vendors, and I could have sat and talked to her forever. I wish we had had more of an opportunity to chat. We did run into her and her mom. We were at Rhinebeck for such a short amount of time. We just didn't have it in us this year. We were tired. Let's just say it. And so we got a chance to chat with them a little bit there. Her mom is amazing. Her mom was bursting with pride.
As she should be.
Yeah, she should be. Exactly. I think she was just so in awe of how loved Amy Beth is by so many. So anyways, I am not a bag buyer, and I really didn't think I was going to buy one because I have a few of hers that I love. And then this happened.
Yeah.
She has the best eye for fabric. The best.
I totally agree.
Go
ahead.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. I was trying desperately to like stay, like, not because I didn't want one of her bags, just because I knew I didn't need another bag. And then I had like walked to the door at one point for something, maybe to like check out the line. And then I like saw a bag and it like grabbed my eye, and I was like, well, now I have to buy one.
Yeah, and honestly, I will probably buy one every time she's with us because she's amazing. I mean, not only is it beautiful, it is amazing. It's going to be my sweater bag. I like bigger bags lately.
Yeah, I love her bags are unique in the shapes that she creates. Like even her smaller bags, I've never seen one shaped the way she shapes hers. And I want a couple of her smaller bags too.
Do I have any? I know I bought us the big cozy memory bag, I call it. I might not have a smaller one.
I don't either. I only have 2 of the big ones now.
All right. Well, it houses a sweater beautifully. So I started making, I am in love. And again, I put this down. I shouldn't have Oh gosh, I hope I have the name of this sweater. Vika, the Vika pullover. Brooklyn tweed. I love a good Brooklyn tweed pattern. Of course, I don't have a picture of it. I'm trying. No picture. Anyways, doesn't matter.
I'll put one on the screen.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Gorgeous. So beautiful.
So it goes from moss stitch to like simple cable to like center panel cable. Can you stand it?
No, it's beautiful. And I hate that color doesn't show accurately.
It doesn't. It shows like it's a red purple, and it's not.
Not.
It's not. It's definitely a deep gray purple.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fantastic. I have a thread on it. It is the Vika pattern. It is the Blue Moon. We went crazy. It's like we went to this booth and we're like, okay, we're done.
But like literally that's all I had my heart on.
Me too. And I bought 2 sweaters quantities. And so it's the Blue Moon Fiber Arts Targhee. Comes in hanks of 616 yards for $34.
It's the best deal around.
It is. And it's amazing to work with. Amazing to work with. So again, this might be some vacation knitting. I'm the worst. I love it. I knit this so quickly. Yes, that is a Sucra miniature needles up specific charm. Oh,
it keeps flipping over on you.
is it backwards? I can't see.
Yeah, it's backwards. There you go.
So those little dots are sheep.
Yeah.
They're amazing. I am not sure. There still might be some in Andy's shop, AndreSueKnits.com. I didn't show this one. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with all of them.
They're so cute.
We bought so many. Andy was kind of mocking us for it, but it's okay. She's jealous. I'm trying to find the cake one.
I think it's on your other sock.
I think I took it off.
Oh, you did. Never mind then.
Darn it. I hope I didn't lose it. Anyways, there's more on here. Oh my gosh.
So stinking cute.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I have all the same ones.
I just couldn't help myself. I couldn't. I wonder where that cake one is. Darn it.
Sure, it's there.
It's here somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, what else you got?
So I have a sweater as well, knit out of the same yarn as you.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about this.
No, because like you, I do something like 98% of the way, and then I'm like, oh, it's basically done. I'll just start the shawl. What is
first?
So I am knitting the May by Andrea Mowry, which is a t-shirt knit. This is the front. So
you are loving that.
I am loving it, and I'm literally like done. All I have to do is finish like the sleeves. I just need to do 2.5 inches of the sleeve ribbing here and here. And then I just need to do the collar, like the ribbing around the collar, and then I'm literally done. And it's been sitting like this for a week.
My gosh, it's beautiful.
Thank you. But so
show me the back. I think I might know what you did. Okay, put it down a little so I can see the V. Did you do the wrong decreases on the wrong side?
Oh, I followed it to a T. To a T. Like literally, because if I had done it the opposite way, the diagonal would have been going this way.
But I'm talking about, did you do the decreases on the left? Say it said you were on the right side, but you did decreases for the left side. Is that possible?
No, because then the decreases wouldn't have angled this way. They would have angled this way.
You're right.
I have run through everything, and I don't know why, but the V's do not match up. And hopefully you guys...
Is it only that one spot that doesn't match up?
It's like just right here, and then the same thing on the other side. Oh, you can't see it. Same thing on the other side, just that little section. But I think it's enough to just completely tweak.
It is, but that's why It doesn't say reverse shaping or...
It's literally like 2 panels. So it's like panel, so I don't know. So like say panel 1, panel 2. And then it says like for left front, do panel 1. For right front, do panel 2.
Panel 2.
Right back, do panel 1. I mean, that's not exactly.
Are you sure you did the right one for the right and left? You know what I mean?
Again, the diagonals.
It would go the wrong way, yeah.
I have no idea. So what we're talking about.
I don't think it's a hard fix. I don't think it's going to be a hard fix.
Do you think blocking will fix it though?
No.
But I don't know what to do because
sorry.
Everything is like I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is the thing. Butters for myself. I cannot do it. Because look at, so the center, you can, what we're talking about, we're talking in reference to a previous conversation that we had where I described to Mom, it doesn't fit me. It's completely twisted. And you can see that with the center seam in the front and the center seam in the back. They're completely off. And there's no rhyme or reason as to why it happened. I mean, I'm sure there is, but...
Did you look up errata?
No, I need to. But like everyone I know has knit this and like nobody has said like, oh yeah, there was this issue. Unless people...
Maybe someone will watch this and say like, oh yeah, we'll put an all calls out before you do anything.
Well, that means I'm going to have to rip it back. And God...
Maybe not. Wait till all the calls go out and come back in.
Has anyone knit a May sweater by Andrea Mowry and had this happen? Please.
Yeah. Please contact immediately.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why I haven't finished it, because I'm so frustrated. I'm like, what am I going to, like, even if I finish it, I can't wear it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go any further, and I would bring it home on Thanksgiving if you don't get any answers, and we will figure it out.
Okay.
I feel like just pulling it back, unfortunately, and matching it up as you go. You know what I mean? Like, okay, it's not matching, so I'm going to decrease more, or...
I don't know how to do that.
I do.
Okay. Maybe you'll finish it for me, because I literally, like, look at when I fold it in half, look at how off the center seam is.
So do you think it's in the front there's a mistake, not the back?
No, I think it's the V. Something about this V doesn't work.
Off.
Like either like she's missing a decrease section, like, and even like when I finished them before I even seamed them together, I was like, these are completely different sizes. I ripped it all back thinking like, ooh, I wasn't paying attention. Maybe I missed a row. And I did it like, watched it, checked everything off. Like I have a printed pattern and everything. And it happened both times. So I know it wasn't just like one time that I was
right.
like.
So yeah, I would definitely look up errata, and then hopefully someone will give you some info. And then we'll fix it. Don't worry. Just put it away for now. We don't need that stress.
I'm so annoyed because I wanted to have this for Thanksgiving to wear.
Maybe someone will be like, oh yeah, this happened, and just do this.
I'm not doing it anyway.
Yeah, just put it away. Put it away.
So annoying because I love this knit so much.
I know, and you are loving it.
And now,
loving it. Maybe it's something simple that you just need to walk away from right now.
I do. That's why I'm knitting this shawl.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about fit or sizing on a shawl. I think that's why I love them so much.
I do too. I know. All right. So yesterday I decided it was going to be a nothing day. Like I was going to knit all day. But you know what's a little disturbing is I knit all day and I didn't get that much done. A cozy memory, my blocks are big.
They are. You do have big blocks.
So anything with a charm is new from the last time. This, I believe, is a one of a kind of either your daddy's on the naughty list or elf.
I feel like it's elf.
You think elf? This is a white birch. I'm quite impressed that I can really tell you what these are. Probably not all of them. This is a white birch fiber arts sock that I made.
That's
a primrose. Then this is a primrose. I had bought minis for when we did the Stephen West class. This is my favorite.
Love it. Golden
ticket. I love how it knit up. I think it would make a fabulous sweater.
It's gorgeous.
And yellows are tough. Yellows are really tough for a lot of people. I love it. And I loved it in the skein, but I felt like people weren't seeing it the way I was seeing it. And then when I knit it, it just was proof. I talked about this on my podcast, our Periscope. We really need to start knitting more with our yarn so people can see how they knit up. I love it.
We should almost make a cozy memory blanket of just all of our skeins of yarn.
Don't get me going. Okay, this is another one, and I don't know what color it is, but it's ours.
That looks like Miss Patty.
Oh, I bet you're right. Miss Patty.
Yeah.
This is Violet. You're turning violet.
Mm-hmm.
This is Chocolate Room.
Love it. Chocolate Room?
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say Chocolate Room could very easily be used as a Christmas colorway.
A lot of people say that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I believe this is a Primrose again.
Mm-hmm.
This is Willy Wonka, which I love.
Me too.
Love it. So this is good because now I can take all the charms off. I try to put charms on as they're new blocks. Mm-hmm. It is almost squared off. I'm going to stand up. It's quite large. I think it's half done.
It is huge. I remember you laid it out on the kitchen table when I was home, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. So my goal was to square it off. Can you see that?
I would go to your right a little more.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've got like the steps. Is that what you were trying to show?
Yeah, I'm trying to show the steps. I think I need 7 more, and it will be squared off.
That's amazing. So, and then what are you gonna do from there?
I might work in strips for a while. You know me, I get bored. Or I might start laddering it again. Like, I love doing the steps.
Yeah.
I may do that. I really want to use all our minis, what I really want to do, because I use a mini and I have a ton left. Like, I have all of this left.
Hmm.
So I could probably make like a sock garland, which is, my dream. And I have a bunch made.
Yes. I should give you the ones that I have made because I will never make a sock garland, but I thought I was going to. I never will.
We'll see. This is Chocolate Room.
Love
so
it.
You don't use a ton. So I kind of want to put in these two, but now I want to make little baby socks.
Oh.
So I think I'd rather do that. So yeah, I am in love. And why am I in love? Because if anyone is making the cozy memory, it's such an investment in time. We've talked about it before, you need these signature needles. Mm-hmm. Mine are size 2. They're the shorties. I never use straight needles. Mm-hmm. I would never think to buy these. This is why I love my cozy memory blanket. Mm-hmm. This is why. This is why I can't wait to pick it up. This is why right now, all I want to do is cast on another block.
You're enabling me so hard right now.
I know.
This is not good.
I know. I cannot wait. I honestly could finish this winter because I'm no longer doing a queen size bed. I'm doing a large 1-person blanket when you're watching TV.
Yeah.
So yesterday was a dream day. I sat and watched Stranger Things and knit on this.
Oh, it sounds so good.
It was like I died and went to heaven. Do you ever think about that? Is there going to be yarn in heaven?
I sure hope so.
I will be so disappointed if there isn't.
There has to be. There has to be.
I agree.
Yeah.
So this was and I love it because it was chilly. So I have it on me like it's a blanket and I knit on it. What could be better than that? Nothing.
You are making me want to so bad.
Me too. And I've got to dye yarn today.
Oh my gosh.
Finally.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I've not dyed in a week since a week before Needles Up until now. Now, I always say, like, I haven't worked that long. I do so much other work that doesn't involve dyeing that I don't call work. I call dyeing work. I don't know why.
Because it's really the opposite. Everything else is the work. Dyeing.
Work. Yeah, exactly. So I am dyeing today. I am dyeing before we leave. We're going on vacation at the end of the week. And I'm dyeing these next 2 days at least to get a Christmas update up by hopefully watch our Instagram feed. A week from this Saturday or Sunday, our Christmas update will go up.
Yep.
I'm not telling you what it is yet. But you will take care of that. Once I send you pictures, you will make the announcement on Instagram what it is. It is super fun. The colorways are all in my head, not on the yarn yet.
I can't wait to see them.
It stresses me out. This part stresses me out. Once I get them, so my goal today is to dye up each colorway. So from then on, it's just factory work. I call that factory work once I establish the colorways.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense because you're just a machine.
I'm a machine.
I know. You're good.
And not wait. I miss dyeing so much.
That's good though. Like I don't know. I think
it's a great thing. I would be sad if I didn't. I would feel like it was more work. I mean, we've talked about it before. It is work. Don't let anyone fool you that this isn't a full-time hard work job. I think a lot of people think, oh, it must be so fun and so nice to be able to do this. And it is all of that, but it's no different than any other job.
Right.
You wake up in the morning and you go.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. And I'm so excited by it. And I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Do you want to see my dream knitting though?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, because it's one thing and it's a baby thing and I cannot wait. And I got to show you because I got to work on it. So I am doing the Jelly Roll baby sweater.
Oh my God. I have been eyeing that on Instagram for like a week.
You're not ready for this.
Oh my God. You have the colors too?
Mm-hmm. Orange Knit. It's by Orange Knits. Are you ready?
I don't think so.
It's phenomenal.
Oh my gosh. Is it just a 3-color?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Willy Wonka, Pickle Rick, and Macaroon.
Oh my God.
Can you stand it?
No. No, I cannot. That is going to be gorgeous. So what goes where? Like, I don't even really understand.
This is the yoke.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And this is the body.
That is going to be so beautiful.
I cannot stand it. I went downstairs because that's where our shipping department is.
Yes.
That sounds so important. It's not. It's a basement. A finished basement.
Fine.
And that's where my shipping department is. The grid wall is set up. I'm finding it's a game changer.
Yeah.
For shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So these are still hanging. So I stole them.
Actually, I should show some of the ones that I stole too. They're gorgeous. That sweater is going to be out of this world.
Out of this world, right?
Yes.
This Pickle Rick, and I know there's a reference that I don't know, but I know you guys were talking about it, is fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
It's fabulous. Like, I think it initially you go, oh, it's a bright green. Mm-hmm. It's so much more than a bright green.
Yeah, that one was fun to dye. I liked it a lot.
I think we need more because I think it's almost gone. Yep. I think there's one left.
Yeah, Justin was the one that named it. So the reference is from a show called Rick and Morty. So for any people that like watch Adult Swim, it's just it's an adult cartoon.
I knew that. Like on Periscope this morning, I was like, I know it's something probably a little inappropriate, but it's perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I got from the conversation going on at Needles Up.
Yeah. Yeah, Justin named it, and Corey, Andy's husband, knew exactly what they like. Got along like two peas in a pod. So
they are scary together.
I know.
We're gonna have to limit their time together.
I don't know if they're gonna let us.
I know. I don't think they're gonna, but we're gonna try.
So okay, should I show you? I'm gonna show you the skeins that I picked out when I went home too, because I want to knit something with our yarn. Because like you said, we don't knit with our own yarn enough. So I picked out these 3. I don't know. You can probably stand better like that. So this is Avon Calling, and I got this one because I have been eyeballing it ever since Mom dyed it. Is it getting super blown out?
No, that looks good. As long as you hold it still.
I think it's still.
Go a little closer. That's good.
There we
Perfect.
So I love it. So I grabbed Avon Calling. I grabbed Castle on the Hill, which is this beautiful neutral. Maybe, what if I do this? No.
It's pretty good as long as you can hold it still. You're like me. Like I always move things too fast.
I know. I was just trying to find the right place and then I would hold it, but.
That's pretty true. It's like a really soft green, soft brown with some pops of darker green.
Yes. And then I got my favorite, Edward Scissorhands, which I feel like I will eventually knit a sweater or like a really big shawl out of.
I stole an Edward too.
It's so, here, maybe if I bring it closer. There you go. You can get a really good sense of it there. There's like this really like a maroon and a gray and a bluey almost with like black, or I think black speckles, right?
I can't remember.
They're tiny, like very subtle speckles in it, but
it might be like a charcoaly. Those are all from the Edward Scissorhand collection, which came out. Our theme at Needles Up was Tim Burton.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly Tim Burton movies, and that was the last collection I did, and I was super happy with that collection.
What's the one that I don't have? What am I missing?
You're Coming Home with Me, also known as Norma Louise.
Yes. Okay. But I love it, and I kind of want to. And I always say this when I'm doing a knit that I love. I kind of want to cast on another road trip shawl right when I'm done with this one. And I don't, but part of me really loves these two together because they have a really subtle tone that they like matches.
Yeah.
But then you had mentioned that this might be a funner matchup.
I kind of like that a little better. I think it's a little more variety.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I'm kind of in a very neutrally place.
No, that's why I'm so drawn to this because I feel like it's subtle.
If you're drawn to it, I would say go with it.
And then we would like use it as a sample for our shows. I do think I am going to run with that idea of like making a cozy memory blanket with all of our colorways though.
Because your cozy memory is smaller blocks. You might want to go to the bigger blocks. That would be super fun.
That's what I'm thinking. So, but anyway, so those are some of the colors. And I don't know what we have left in our shop right now, but definitely feel free to head over.
Really, if you're trying to get our yarns and you haven't been able to, I think it's really important to follow us so you get notifications when our shop has stuff in it.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
So yeah.
Definitely. All right. We're going to go.
All right. We're going to go. We have a busy day ahead of us.
Be able to post this.
Get my needles. I love that we say Needles Up and we have a Needles Up event.
I know. It's so
I love that.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
All right. Well, thank you to everybody that tuned in to watch us and spend some time. We really appreciate it. We love you all. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the down bar below. And yeah, we'll see you when we see you. Have a great rest of your week. Like we always say,
Needles Up.
Needles Up.
Needles Up.
Bye, everybody.